Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. Oh wow, are you guys just like, is this month flying by? Is September just, are we really almost towards the end of September? We're like 2/3 of the way through. I don't understand it. I'm so happy for my knitting and crocheting and crafting world. I have enough socks done for Christmas because I think I'm gonna blink and it will be Christmas. I swear that is where we're headed. It is such a blur. I look at this. It's Sunday. It is Sunday. How did we get to Sunday already? And where did my weekend go? I'm just gonna throw that out there. Where did my weekend go? Anyway, it is already Sunday, and I've been doing a lot of planning. I've been doing a lot of playing with yarn. I've not been doing a lot of actually working with it, except, there's always an except, right? Except I had a chance to work on my shawl, the whiteout shawl. Let me pull up a picture. Oh my gosh, talk about a rabbit hole. I don't have a Ravelry page for this. I don't know why. I don't, but I need to do that. So I was looking, where's the pattern? Oh wait, I must have favorited it. Yes, it's in my library. I get it. It's called Whiteout. So then I started scrolling through my favorites. Don't do that. Holy, I've got some nice favorites. I mean, you know, I favorited them. I obviously like them. This is the whiteout shawl that I am currently working on. And it is the only thing that has gotten any love and or attention. I'm going to turn it there we go. So we don't have the ring light glare. It is the only thing that has gotten any love or attention this week. It's crazy. Hoping I can get some time to actually do something with yarn. I think it's the only thing. I don't know. It's gone in a blur. Let me see. I can look at my thumbnails and see, what did I do this week? Isn't that terrible? I don't think I'm the only person that does that on occasion. I played with yarn. Yeah, I definitely played with yarn. And Alice got no love. Oh my gosh, my poor Alice in Wonderland blankets. Oh my gosh, my blankets. Yeah, I don't know. So I was looking at that and I'm like, oh, okay, well, maybe it's in my favorites. Look at this. I'm not going to scroll through all of them. So I've got, these are listed as my favorites right now. That's the top. And if you've been watching for a while, you know I found in my vintage stuff, I found this one. And one of you wonderful people told me what the pattern was. And this one. And again, somebody else told me what the pattern was. But those are just a few of the things that are on the top. I thought the whiteout one would be right there. It wasn't. And then, oh my gosh, there are so many fun things. And then I had to stop. I'm like, these are things that I've already favorited before. It's like, set it down. Set it down. I do not need to do the Ravelry, doom scrolling, looking and dreaming. But right now, that's where I'm at. I'm at the looking and dreaming phase. And then as I look around, I'm like, you know, you could pick something up and work on it. Yeah, we just don't always work on our stuff as much as we think we want to or what have you. And that's okay. But today I did get to work on, hopefully, okay, I was going to see, did I leave it in the middle of a row again? I think the last time I showed it, I did. I left it in the middle of a row and had to knit the rest of it to be able to show it in its full, beautiful glory. Okay, look at this. Okay, here's my needles. Don't want to lose any stitches. This is the whiteout shawl. And I am using the color pooling yarn that I got from a chick that knits. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look, you can see how much it's grown. Can you see that? I don't know how far I am, but I'm far, right? There you go. That's stunning. Let's see, how big is this thing? I haven't tried it on. Don't lose stitches. Let's see. All right, so it's getting there, right? Ooh, that is so pretty. The yarn, it's a color pooling yarn, and I'm doing little cluster stitches. That's oh my gosh, that is so vintage rose or something like that is the color. And look at how much I've gotten done with the first skein of black. You use a lot more of the black, but wow, I'm really, oh, that to me is impressive. That right there does it for me. Oh, I've got my other skeins. I can tell you the color of that. I got my other ones right here. Let's see, what color is that? It is vintage rose. It is a vintage rose. And isn't that stunning? Okay, focus. Here we go. I'll hide behind it. There. Gotta hide me. Oh my gosh. I hid me. It is beautiful. I have two of these. And you know what I figured out last time? I don't think I'm going to really need much into the second one if I make the pattern exactly as written. And if I shrink the pattern a little bit, I don't think I'll need to get into the second one at all. And the reason I'm saying the shrinking it a little bit is this is supposed to be like 90 inches wide, from the biggest part when it's done. And that seems a bit large to me, but look at that. It is just growing. I got a lot done. I got more done than I realized. So I have a visual difference now. That makes me happy. What I'm doing after I get to this point, I put on that white lace. I use just where's the creamy color one? I use just the undyed one. Look at that. It's stunning. So then I put on that beautiful lace, and then I do some more of the stripies and put some more of the lace on. Oh my gosh. Absolutely amazing. How many of these little stripies do I have? It's supposed to be up to 232 stitches, 200, I don't know. Let me see. How many stripies? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We're growing. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Woo! 20. Oh, I dropped it. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. Okay. Ooh, we're getting somewhere. So at that point, I think it's like 50 some odd stripes is what I need to make it as big as the pattern calls for. Where's it at? There it is. There's my pattern. Here's my pattern. I got it. There's my pattern. And it says you do these stripies until you start questioning life. 57 repeats. And I've got like 40 something. Oh my gosh. There we go. We are right there. And it says that's 228 stitches increase. So you have to 236. I don't know. There you go. That's a whole bunch. And then I get to start doing all the lacy stuff. And I did figure out with the lace, the pattern repeats are 20 stitches. And what I was talking about is I could look at that and see how many stitches am I supposed to have when I finish all my stripies, and then figure out what section I would be at to take off 20 stitches. And it would just be one full repeat of that beautiful lace section that we have here, right? It would just be one full repeat of that. And that would be just a little bit smaller of a shawl as far as not 90 inches, but everything else about it would still be the same. And that's what I was referring to as I might be able to do that and not even need that second skein of yarn, because this is already getting wide, right? So I have to count my stitches. I don't know, but it's already getting quite wide, which is wonderful. And I love the idea of all of that beautiful creamy lace in there. This is exciting. What was it? It wasn't that long ago where I was going like this and going, ooh, 36 inches, right? And I'm like, oh, okay, we're a good, I mean, it's not another 36, but that's a good distance right here. I'm fingertips to fingertips at the moment. That's pretty cool. Wow. All right, so maybe I got a little bit more in the car done than I thought. Hubby and I went out and went driving around again, and I took that with me, and this time I was determined I am going to actually knit some. And well, let's see. Last time we went driving, we got to see antelope, so that was beautiful. We're in Colorado, and it's beautiful, it's colorful, and everything. Right? Okay, it's a lot of brown, but it's quite stunning. So we got to see antelope last time we went out and everything, trucking around, because that's what we're trying to do, is just get out of the house a little bit more. And today we got to see a herd of elk. And oh my goodness, there was the male elk in this group, and his rack was like, what you would expect when you see the Disneyland version of the elk, right? I mean, it was absolutely huge, and didn't have a chance to take a picture. I was not driving, hubby was, but we saw this. I mean, just a huge herd, side of the road, a little distance away, but I mean, it was pretty close. And had I noticed it sooner, I might have been able to get a picture, but how clear would it have been, right? I'm not a photographer. Grab the iPhone, let's go. But it was pretty amazing. So we're trying to get out and everything and just enjoy our nature. Just enjoy before the snow comes. It is the perfect time right now. It's warm. it's not too warm, definitely not too warm, and before the chill sets in. And it is the perfect time to just go out for a stroll and check out the neighborhoods and see the wildlife. I mean, what this year so far, we've got to see elk. We got to see, yeah, that was a huge herd of elk. We got to see that up in Estes Park also, but the one that we saw on the side of the road with the huge red, that was amazing. We got to see antelope. We did see a bison today. We got to see the buffalo today. You know, I highly recommend if you go somewhere and you actually see buffalo and you can get out of your car, maybe don't, maybe don't, but it was pretty neat to just be out and to see what nature we have around us. So that was pretty cool. We saw some squirrels too, which is, we don't always see a lot of squirrels. We did see some squirrels too. So it was a lot of fun. You know, I put down my knitting for a little bit, I'm just saying, and got outside and played and enjoyed things. So I thought that was pretty amazing. Okay, let's say I didn't put down my knitting a whole bunch because I did knit in the car and everything. And hubby's like, "Did you see this?" And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "See, this is why you have to pay attention." So we are having a lot of fun. We really are. I've been having fun with my yarn. Oh, that was the other thing. Oh my goodness. So I was looking at some of the yarns that I have. Well, let me turn this off just a moment and I'm going to show it to you. All right, so we were talking about some of the yarns and everything and knowing what we have and not have. A lot of the things I'm very aware of that I have, but there are some things like that Hirschner's order that I did like 4 months ago, completely forgot. And then when I was trying to put that away, I was trying to reorganize some of the yarn that I have above my cubes. These cubes that I've got a 5x5, one of those IKEA cubes, and it's stacked to the ceiling in bags of yarn. So I pulled some of those down. Okay, well, I pulled some down, and since they've got the plastic around them, they had an avalanche. Okay, so that's what really happened. So I pulled some down, and as I'm putting them back, I'm like, I don't remember this. It took me a little bit and everything. I'm like, well, yeah, I obviously bought it, but I didn't remember. So I'd commented previously too about Premier yarns and not using them a bunch. Well, Premier also has the universal yarns, some of them that are on sale. And I bought this through Premier. It's a Universal Uptown Baby Sport Anti-Pilling Acrylic, machine washable and dryable. And you know I got this so I could do baby things, kid things. I mean, we've got 6 grandkids working on number 7. You know, I'm not doing anything for it. They are, right? I'm the grandma. But I have these. I'm like, oh, why have I not grabbed these? It's beautiful. Look at this. I've not worked with it, for one thing. I have not worked with the Uptown. I've worked with the Uptown worsted, I think. I don't know. I don't remember. But of course I got my beautiful chartreuse color. And I don't know if they were clearancing them or they were just a great sale. So I got the citrine color right here. Maiden. That's Maiden also. And what is this thing? It's lighter. I can't see where. Oh, we don't put the name in the same spot on that one? Lovely. That's Princess. So I have Princess, Maiden, in chartreuse. How adorable. And I don't think I want to let the boys out. So I've got more of the chartreuse. And what are these colors? This green is, what is that? Fern. Okay, that sounds right. And little boy. Look at that. It's little boy. Oh my gosh. So I have these beautiful things. Oh wait, that's not all. You have to have black. It's always good to have a good black. Is it really called black? No, it's not. It's called winter. So you need a winter, right? We need a winter. We have more little boy right here. And what's this bottom one? This bottom one is turquoise. So I have all of these. Look at this. I did not remember these beautiful things. So now I need to put them back. But I mean, look at that. I have these gorgeous. And sometimes we should go through our stuff. I know a lot of my stuff, but I don't know all of it. And, you know, I have a lot of the hand-dyed stuff because, oh my gosh, it gets me every time. Why? Because when it's hand-dyed, even if it's by the same hand dyer, every skein's going to be subtly different. They're unique. They're individually hand-done. So those get me every time because if you see something that you absolutely love, you could maybe get something similar to it later, but it's not going to be the exact same. We know that, and I think that the uniqueness of that really draws me in. And to have this as a kid-friendly machine wash and dryable yarn, available in beautiful colors, and I'd completely forgotten about it because I've been doing other stuff. I mean, I have to show you, maybe, you know what, tomorrow I'll show you my stack of sweaters. I went ahead and found all my sweaters and everything that you guys have already seen that I've been working on, and I have them stacked and folded, and I was not aware of how many I had. I mean, I knew because I've been wearing them, but to see them all folded in one spot in this beautiful stack, oh my. So yeah, I'll do that one tomorrow and everything. I'll make sure I take a good picture and everything and show you guys that tomorrow. But it's kind of crazy. I'm like, oh, okay. So I've been kind of on tangents and all sorts of things. Like, I want to get to that. Oh, you want to see something else? Of course you do. That's why you're here. But when I was doing that, when I was pulling up for the whiteout shawl, I scrolled in, like I said, I was looking at the favorites because that's where I thought it was, because I don't have a Ravelry page for the whiteout shawl. I don't know why. I don't remember when I started it. Obviously, it was after June 7th because that was when we went to Estes Park, and that's when I got the yarn at the Estes Park Wool Festival. So it was after that. Not a whole lot after that, but it was definitely after that. What am I looking at? Oh yeah, looking here, favorites. So I'm looking at the favorites and I'm like, oh my gosh, do we see that child's jumper right there? Do you see that? How elegant and beautiful is that? So of course, I don't know when I favorited it, but you know, I obviously have it in my favorites and I opened it up. This one is by Bare Naked Wools. I do have some of their yarn. Gorgeous, absolutely stunning. And it's a paid for pattern. It's $8. It's definitely in my favorite. Child's Cable Jumper. So you start that one. I haven't paid for it yet, so I don't have the copy of this. But you start at the bottom and make those beautiful pleats and you work up. And when you get up to the top, you do the cables. And oh my. And it says, I don't know the gauge, it says a DK/sport and then a question mark. I'm like, I have sport. All of this is sport weight. It is. I'm like, oh, that, and it's machine washable and dryable. And I have granddaughters. Oh my. You know, so I'm like, step away from the projects. Don't I have 3 blankets I'm supposed to be working on? I mean, let's face it, you know, I have a bunch of other stuff. I'm like, squirrel. I mean, look at that. Isn't that pretty? That is gorgeous. And you know, I was thinking about that too. Yes, I have that, which is the sport weight, and it's machine wash and dryable. I think that one would be beautiful in like a linen blend, which would be very crisp, hold its shape, but it would also wash and wear beautifully, get softer and softer wash after wash. I think that would be a stunning linen blend combination, just to give those really crisp lines for that pleats. And I need to step away from Ravelry. I need to stop this. This has been my this is what I've done all week, is, you know, dreaming about this stuff and playing with the stuff in that aspect, you know, like touching it and feeling it and playing with it. Not doing a whole lot, but you know what? The prep is part of it too. It's kind of like collecting patterns. When we collect patterns, there's a story with every pattern that I collect anyway. There's a story of, will I make it? Won't I make it? Let's face it. I have more patterns than I will ever make. We know that. If you've ever had a magazine subscription, you know you have more patterns than you'll make, because let's face it, when you have a subscription, you like some, but that doesn't mean you want to make them. And you probably don't like all of them in every single magazine you get. So when I look at that and I'll look at a different pattern, I'm like, oh, I like this element. I like this thing. How could I adjust it? We know that I do that because I haven't pulled this out yet. I was just showing that again yesterday with this. Okay, the pattern that I wanted to do with this calls for 2 strands of fingering weight yarn held together, which I do have enough of this I could use, or, you know, like a DK size. But I wanted to do it with single strand because I had other plans. So again, playing with it, dreaming, how will it work? I don't like the way those two, my particular pattern that I chose in that yarn work. The yarn's beautiful, the pattern's beautiful, the 2 not so much. You know, so I'm looking at those things and mashing them together. So all of that is part of the crafting, the dreaming of the creating, the going from one step to the next, going from the process to, I want to pick this out, wind my yarn. I want to do this. Oh, I've got yarn ready. You know, what are you going to do next? That's where I am so having such a blast right now with that phase. I almost feel guilty that I'm not actually putting things into fruition at the moment. And I have to tell myself that there's no reason to feel guilty because the crafting is my fun thing. The crafting is my joy. The crafting is what I absolutely thoroughly love. And I'm doing the other part. I'm planning of it. And you know, just like we've had the whip explosion, it's going to happen. Oh my gosh, it's going to happen. And you know what's going to probably happen? Instead of like the whip explosion where all of these whips, all of these works in progress, WIP, work in progress, all of those things, I had a bunch in 1 week come to finishing line because I was working on this one a little, and this one a little, this one a little, and they all lined up, right? The stars aligned, and I finished a bunch in one time. So I call it my whip explosion. And what's going to happen with all of this planning, and it's not even really planning. It's squirrel. It's squirreling. All of the squirreling. I think that's more appropriate. All of the squirreling. It's going to be like I joked at like January 1st. There's this thing where people will cast on like 10, 15, 20 projects or whatever. I can't even imagine. I have that many going, but I don't cast them all on or grab my crochet hook and start them all in one day. That's crazy talk. But I think that's probably closer to what's going to happen. Is it's going to reach critical mass. You know what I'm getting at? It's going to be, oh, okay. The things are going to line up and I'm like, I'm doing it. I'm going for it. Am I going to gauge swatch? Probably not. No, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. No. Can I gauge swatch? Sure I can. I mean, that little ring that you saw there, I just cast on with what I thought my gauge would be and said that'll be my gauge swatch, and that's also my test and to see if I like the yarn and the needle combination. You know, I can do things like that, yes. Full gauge swatches, you know, I highly recommend that you do them. Does that mean I follow my own advice? No, not at all. Not at all. All the smart people talk about it. You should probably do a gauge swatch. Yeah, gauge swatches lie. I've done them, and yeah, it's okay. That's just how that works. No big deal. So this is my rabbit holing. This is my squirreling. I love that. I love that. We can have a squirreling episode where Shannon squirrels down from here to here to here to here. That's exactly where I'm at. I am in such squirrel mode. I don't know what has gotten into me, but I am looking at all my yarn a little bit differently. I'm looking at my stuff. I think the avalanche, I kind of got hit in the head with a bag of yarn. Not really, but it sounds funny. You know, I was just saying that's where I'm at. It's like, oh, it's like a new light bulb. You know, oh, I know what it's like. Have you ever had the opportunity, kinda you have you ever had the opportunity to just be the voyeur and look at somebody else's stash? I love that. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. It's never, for me personally, it's never out of jealousy. It's never out of coveting. It's never out of any of that stuff. It is, I want to see what you found, because we all find different things. We're in different places in our lives. You know, we've been to different stores that have different merchandise, and we've all find different things that we love. And that just lights me up like you wouldn't believe, to be able to look at other people's stuff along that line, because in a way I get to look through their eyes, and it I don't know how else to describe it but that. I think I've described that before. It just makes me so happy. I'm like, what? You have stuff? You let me look your stuff? Cool. You know, and you know, I mean, it's crafters. We're giving. It's like, no, I don't want to take it. No. I just want to look at it, right? I just want to see what you collected. I know what I collected. Let me see what you collected. Okay, that's not even 100% true. I'm finding new things, right? I'm like, I collected this stuff, right? I'm like, ooh, that's pretty. I'm like, oh, we got lots of it. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Love that. Well, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. I feel like I'm talking in circles. I have not had a bunch of coffee, but I feel like I have. And yeah, I'm going to let you guys go before I start just saying things that maybe I shouldn't be saying. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be. And I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.